Hi guys, it is Kim BK Shea 2001. Tonight is Wednesday, August 18th. Typically I do them on Sunday, and I do plan to do one on Sunday, and it's going to be kind of about, I have some old big girl clothes, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to put them on and show you what the change has been. And a couple of things of what I'm drinking and eating. But tonight I came across some news that I felt like I needed to air out as soon as possible. Probably back around my 3-month mark, I had let you guys know that I had not been taking my vitamins at all. Like the first 4 weeks I was probably very faithful to taking them, and then I just stopped. No particular reason other than they were not in my zone of after brushing teeth and taking the pills. They were in my kitchen. So anyway, I had gone to the doctor at my 3-month check and was totally upfront with them and told them that I hadn't been taking my vitamins. And the nutritionist then told me, oh, no. She was extremely worried about me and said, you must take your vitamins, especially the B12. Because it will cause neurological issues, basically causing you to go crazy, and that it's non-reversible. So I'm crazy enough, I feel, so I felt like, that's a definite. Here's what I have to take according to my doctor. I have to take calcium, I have to take iron, I have to take 2 multivitamins a day, not the women's one a day. They have to be just a standard multivitamin. I have to take B12, and then I do take biotin for my hair, which I feel has really helped it. I'm getting some new hairs coming back, and it feels softer, and my nails are growing like crazy. So that one was not a necessity, that was more me. But she told me to especially focus on the B12. Ever since my 3-month check, that has been very faithful on all my, sorry, I just ate. So it's been very faithful on all my medications, my vitamins. The point to this is I have joined a bowling league, and I went to go get measured for my hand with a bowling ball. Didn't know you had to do that. Probably explain why I only get 70s. So anyway, I got a new bowling ball and I was getting measured, and I wanted to look at some bowling shoes. And so she asked me what size I was, and for whatever reason, I stuttered. It was like the most drawn blank look on my face about not knowing what my shoe size was. And I had to tell her, I'm really sorry I look so stupid not knowing, but I haven't bought shoes. I've been living in flip-flops or my work shoes, really. I guess I did buy a pair of tennis shoes for my walking, but I bought them so long ago, and I just assumed I was between an 8 and an 8.5 in shoe size, because your feet shrink when you lose weight. Who'd have thunk? Anyway, so I have this on my lap, so I'm sorry it's moving all over the place. So anyway, I explained to her why I stuttered on my shoe size, and said that I had lost some massive amount of weight, and she said, did you have weight loss surgery? And I said yes. And she said, how are you doing with it? And I said, really great. And by the way, highest weight was 292. Today I am still at 183. It's been about 4 weeks. I have not lost a single pound. It's just fluctuated between 183 and 184, and I'm cool with that. If that's what it's going to stay at, I'm very happy. I'm size 10-12 still, and I feel good, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. So anyway, she had asked me how much weight I had lost and if I was doing well, and I said, yeah, I'm doing really well. And the first thing out of her mouth, and this was a bigger lady, probably in her 60s, and she said, are you taking your B12? I said, how do you know about B12? And I said, yeah, I am. I said, I didn't start till about 3 months, but after speaking with my nutritionist doctor, they said it was a necessity. And I said, so how did you know about B12? And she said, she had a coworker who had the weight loss surgery. She's 57 now, and so it was like 4 years ago. So she'd be 54 when she had it, and her husband, being an ass, sorry if you don't like my cussing, he did not want to pay for the vitamins every month. He said it was $40 that didn't need to go to vitamins. So she didn't take any. And because of that, things started to change with her. She started to, she I guess was extremely feisty, didn't hold back type of person, and that slowly started changing. She started getting more quiet, and then little signs started coming up where she was forgetting stuff, and then it turned into she would stick anything in her mouth, and she had just anything. She had picked up this plastic piece, and she would try and pick it up and put it in her mouth, and that's what she showed me. Or she would take candy that was still in wrappers and stick them in her mouth, trying to chew it with the wrapper. Apparently they had kept candy back behind the desk at the bowling alley, and there was no candy at that time, and so she had grabbed 10 hulls still in the bag and stuck them in her mouth, trying to eat them. And that was just some of the smaller signs that started happening. And so then she, as a friend, would start trying to challenge her and ask her questions like, you know, what's your son's name? He's in his 30s, and she didn't know his name. She had forgotten it. She didn't know she had a granddaughter. And then later, you know, these are all progressive things. And then she eventually had asked, you know, who's this standing next to you? It was her husband, and she said, I know him. She didn't know his name. And then there was a time where she explained where she lived and where she went to, and it's probably a good 15 miles away. And her husband was on a bowling league and had left for the night. She had left the house and walked 15 miles roughly, and the cops had caught her on the corner of two busy streets and asked her what she was doing and if she was okay, and she had no clue what her address was. She just knew she could take them there, and she had no idea why she was there. And so somewhere in that time period, the doctors got involved, and they started to try and give her mass doses of B12. They found that she had frontal lobe was deteriorating, which is where the B12 is supposed to help, and this is where all your, you know, parts of your memory are, or whatever. And so they had tried to give her mass doses to try and slow this process down, and it didn't work. Her husband had to put locks on the inside of the house to keep her from leaving, because she would just walk out. And he had to put locks on the fridge and all the cupboards to keep her from hurting herself, you know, putting food in, or whatever, you know, whatever the reason was. And finally it got to the point where he had to grab her by arm, and this is where you need to go, this is what you need to do. And so he put her in a nursing home after 4 years after her surgery. So now she's in a nursing home at 57 years old, and isn't even talking anymore. I guess she's basically a vegetable. So lesson to this is B12, 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 B12. No expert here, just going by what my nutritionist said and doctor, and what this lady explained to me. I got goosebumps up and down my back when I heard that, because it matched exactly what the doctors told me at my 3-month check. So I just wanted to pass this on to you guys, and I hope that it's helpful. Alright, I'm going to stop here, and then I will see you guys on Sunday for my next video with fat girl clothes on. Alright, have a good night. Bye.